Hi, today we're going to talk about enhancing sustainable agriculture at John Deere's company. First off, about John Deere's company, this leading manufacturer of agricultural machinery makes heavy equipment like tractors and combines. And we're going to help this company to enhance their sustainability in many different aspects. To start with, this project proposal outlines the plan to implementing precious farming techniques. Some techniques that are going to help this company to do so many things for the environment, such as improving soil health, and reducing carbon footprint and enhancing crop yields. And after that, we're going to talk about SDGs. To start with, there are project objectives here that we can see on the screen. We can use precise soil mapping and monitoring the soil in all the process to manage soil health effectively. And for reducing carbon footprint, we can minimize emissions through optimized machinery usage. In that way, we can have a really big decrease in carbon footprint. And increasing productivity by using data-driven insights to manage crops more effectively. And at the end of the project objectives, we have 3 SDGs. SDG 2, 12, and 13 that my friend Hafiz is gonna talk about these SDGs.
Thank you so much. I'm going to talk about the 3 SDGs. Actually, we have like 17 SDG that's proposed by United Nations, but I will talk about the 3 that mostly concern with this project we are talking about. So the 3 SDGs are 2, 12, and 13. The 2 SDG is end hunger. That one is focused on how to have zero hunger. So they focus on rural development and food security and nutrition, sustainable in agriculture. So this basically focus on how we are going to reduce hunger, especially to have zero hunger. So, but as we can see, more than 600 million in the world population are facing hunger, and it's being projected that by 2030, it's going to be more than that. So John Dre is also part of the organization that try to work on this SDG so that it's going to be in place and going to be manifested so that there will be reduction in hunger. If at all we don't actually have the zero hunger, or it's going to be into the minimal level. And the second one I'm going to talk about, the second SDG, which is SDG number 12. This one is responsible for the consumption of production for consumption and production is actually the number 12 of the SDG. So, like I've told you, we have like 17 SDG, and this one is also a important part of it, which talk about chemical and waste, sustainable consumption and production, and sustainable tourism. Like when we talk of this chemical and change, John Dre basically deal with implements. The more they are working with the implement, there is some they are introducing some chemicals into the soil. So now they are trying to work in the way to minimize this so that there won't be impact of this chemical on the farm. At the same time, it's going to be maximize the production so that there will be consumption for the population, so that there won't be any. Then they will be able to make sure that they actually rule out what they are talking about, the SDG. And the third one is climatic action. As we all know, when we talk about climatic action, it is going to happen like with no, it's not only the John Deere, there are so many factory industry that they are using machine, the heavy machine that they are emitting substances to the atmosphere. And then at the end of the day, it's going to cause climatic action, which like that is why at times we are having acidic rain, exposing the um exposing to the ultraviolet rain. Like so this SDG is trying to propagate and let people know the effects of this carbon dioxide and what's going to cause for the human being at the same time our plants. So at the same time, talk about the use of this heavy machine that really cause compaction on the soil. So they try to introduce maybe they are light ones so that maybe time of the plowing of the soil or harvesting, there won't be heavy machine that will be compacting so that it's going to be minimize the way we are going to lose the airspace in the soil. Because when we talk of plants, as we plant anything, at the same time we still need air in the soil. But the moment the heavy machine are running on the soil up and down, so again it's going to compress the soil, the air is coming out and it's going to have adverse effects on our plants. So these are the things, most of these are the John Deere is working in part so that to fulfill the part of the SDG. Now, I will now hand over to my friend Badan to talk about the project scope.
Thank you, Hafiz. So I'm talking about the main aim is the project scope. So the project scope the I'm talking about is that will start with pilot test in key regions, including the Middle, United States, and Europe. Following these initial trials, it will expand to other regions and scale up its operation. Ultimately, the project aims for full implementation across all zone dairy farming operations worldwide. Certainly, the project will roll out in three main phases: pilot testing, expansion and scaling, full implementation. So let's talk about pilot testing. This initial phase involves testing the project in selected locations such as the Midwest, United States, and Western Europe. These steps initially helps identify any issues and refine the approach based on real-world conditions. Second, after successful pilot tests, the project will expand to additional regions. This phase focuses on scaling up the operation to handle large areas and more locations. So the last one is the full implementation. The final phase involves rolling out the project across all zone dairy farming operation globally. This means the project will be fully integrated into farming practices in every region where zone dairy operates. So the last part is our business case, and I'm gonna hand it to my friend Keith. Thank you.
Thank you, Burton, for giving your wonderful speech. Now I'll take the business case and the benefits of implementing the precise farming. First of all, increase revenue. Precise farming techniques optimize resources used and crop yields, leading to higher productivity and consistency. Increase in revenue for farmers, which is very helpful. And the second one is save costs like water by using resources more efficiently. Precision farming helps reduce costs. For example, water usage can be optimized, lowering the cost of irrigation and reducing waste. The last but not least, reduce environmental risk. Precision farming contributes to the environmental sustainability by minimizing the environmental impact of farming activities. Over here, you can see this increase the reduction in the carbon footprints, improving soil health, which aligns with global environmental goals like climate action, which my friend Hafiz already mentioned it in the SDG 13. So this was the presentation outline, strategic steps and business benefits of John Deere's initiative to enhance sustainable agriculture through precision farming. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
The proposal is overview the John Deere will implement precision farming techniques to enhance sustainability. I started talking about the facing most especially the three SDG. And like we have discussed that we have more than three SDGs, we have up to 17, but this John Deere is mostly concerned with the three that we are talking about in this project. So They implemented precision farming techniques to enhance sustainability objective, that is to improve the soil health and reduce carbon footprints, and enhance crop yield. And the school global implementation with phase rollout. The timeline for this project is actually like 3 years project timeline. And then the 3 years, it is 3 years period timeline. We have the next step, which the next like 3 steps, which is first on securing the funding and approval from the senior management. Second one is engage with stakeholders, including farmers and technologies partner. The third one is initiate pilot projects and monitor progress. And which the last one, but not the least, is expand the project based on the pilot results and feedback. So with all this summary and the information we've been talking about, since we can have it in the John Bray website at the same time, you can find some of it in the Seneca library. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening.